Okay, apologies for the voiceover in this, but I'm not a very good editor. I'm definitely not a very good pilot, as you're about to see, but I'm not a very good editor, and hopefully talking through this will save me a lot of time. Anyway, the reason that I'm making this video is just to show what the breakup was like for me yesterday, flying my HDZero, sort of commonly known at the moment as Byte, but this is the HDZero system. At a Bando yesterday here in the UK. This is using the current race VTX, the long one. I'm at 200 milliwatts. Using HDO2 goggles with the Byte VRX module. There's me in the corner. You can just see me stood by the building. I'm using two VAS Mad Mushroom Ethis edition omni antennas and the stock Byte module patch antennas, and on my quad I've got a TrueRC Singularity U.FL antenna sticking out the back, and like I said, it's at 200 watts. You can see I'm on channel race 1, 200 watts down in the bottom left hand corner of the display at the moment. The top right hand corner has my antenna signal strength, so you can get a bit of an idea there. But anyway, this is really a video just to show what the breakup's like. So I'm flying around. There's my mate looking for his quad. So I thought I'd, as everyone does, take the mickey while he's looking for his quad, and I'm out enjoying myself. Anyway, you can see, like I said, I'm not a very good pilot at all, but hopefully this shows. I've got two quads, exactly the same. One is this one that I'm flying at the moment with the HDZero on, and one is an analog quad, identical quad, it's just got analog equipment on it, and that is using a TBS Unify Pro 32 HV, and I tried at the 1 watt maximum power setting, and it was, to be honest, pretty terrible here, especially inside the building. But one of the other guys that was here that I was flying with said, actually reduce your power output, because high analog power outputs creates a lot of multipathing, bouncing of signal around, etc., because it's putting out so much power. So I tried it at 200 watts and 400 milliwatts, sorry, on the analog, and the breakup was terrible compared to this HDZero, which just blew me away. I don't think there's anything wrong with my analog quad or the equipment on it. It was just that HDZero just works so much better here for me, especially on 200 milliwatts. I was blown away, really was. The upcoming 1 watt VTX, even there behind the building, yes, it was pretty terrible, but I expected it to be awful. And on analog at 200 milliwatts, it really was terrible. I just got complete static just there when I flew behind the building. I have got some DVR, I believe, from the analog flights. I'll try and upload some of that. But I just wanted to get this video out there because I know a lot of people wonder what it's like flying at a Bando with the current HDZero setup on the pretty much commonly used maximum 200 milliwatts output. There is obviously the 500 milliwatt VTX at the moment, but I don't have one, and they're not very easy to get hold of, not particularly reliable, etc. But the 1 watt VTX is coming. That's quite a well-known public rumour. And I know a tiny bit more information about it, but it's well worth waiting for. As you can see, that this 200 milliwatts at a Bando is doing really, really well, I think. Apologies for the camera settings. I'm actually using a Runcam Nano HD camera with the TPU 3D printed lens holder, and I believe an old Foxeer Predator M12 lens is used in it, and I tried some settings, some color hue settings and stuff like that that I saw on Facebook before this flight, and to be honest, I don't think they were very good. As you can see, the grass and the greens, etc., look weird and all blown out when looking at it from sort of inside the building outwards. It almost like the white balance isn't coping very well. I have had better settings on the camera, but to be honest, I was just enjoying myself on this flight. So I didn't bother landing and changing. I was just enjoying it. There you can see the grass, the way that from the inside of the building it just looks weird. I also think that my lens in the TPU case isn't very well focused. I've struggled, to be honest, to get it focused very well. Sometimes I get it brilliant, but then once I try and like fasten the lens in place, it goes slightly out of focus, and this to me is slightly out of focus. I've had it looking better, but again, I was just enjoying myself flying. I know it's a really common thing that people say that in the goggles view looks so much better than it does this, and I'm sure YouTube's done its bit to mangle the hell out of this compression wise, but it looks so much better in the goggles. That's just a fact. To be honest, most FPV stuff does, especially when it's uploaded to YouTube, DJI, analog or HDZero. It always looks better in the goggles, but this should give you an idea as to what the breakup is. I have encoded this at 4K 60 frames a second, so hopefully I understand that that should be the best way of getting it uploaded to YouTube, but still, there we go. What I was doing there was, for some weird reason, I was hoping that I'd be able to skid along the floor, and like I said, I'm not a very good pilot, so I think I tried it again here. Yeah, it doesn't work. No Mr. Steel, definitely, but I thought I'd give it a go. And it also shows HDZero's resilience, because it's barely cutting out at all, and I can still fly. So, you know, there we go. That's that. I think now I realise that I've tortured this poor thing to death now, trying to bounce it along the floor, so I gave up with that. But yeah, there we go. So you can see me in the corner. I've got a horrible habit, you probably see now, of dropping my head. Yeah, there we go, my head's right down. So the patch antennas generally end up looking at the floor. And yeah, there we go. That's my breakup experience at 200 milliwatts on HDZero at a Bando in the UK. Cheers for watching.